All right, everybody's getting on here. Anna, are there any birthday postures that you need to do today?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, and you're going to say it in front of the whole group too.
Yeah. I always love to play with the crow. You know
Okay.
that, but
yeah, we can prep today. We're going to get in a lot of core work today, so we'll be prepped and ready for crow. Yeah, that'll be good. I also have the cat here for everyone's enjoyment. Yay. Okay, great. So let's get started in a seat. I'll make my way to my mat here in just a couple of minutes. Make sure you guys are all set up. Videos on or videos off, completely up to you. I know whose faces are going to stay on camera, so I will take it. Good, and then once you make your way to your seat, you can sit on something if you would like to. If you want to just sit on your mat, that's okay too. Legs loosely crossed. You can sit in a butterfly position if you'd like. You can sit on your knees if you want to, whatever feels best for you. If it feels better to have your legs all the way out front, you can do that. So there's lots of options here. We just want to make sure that as we come to our seat, our sit bones are rooted down firmly on the mat here. Equal pressure left to right. And then from our seat, we want to have a nice dignified spine all the way up to the crown of our head, allowing the shoulders to relax onto the back. And we'll just settle in here. And as we've come into the body here, just finding a posture that feels supported and sustainable. And as we allow the physical body to settle and prepare, we'll take a few moments here to come into the breath. Let's think about each time we inhale, trying to expand the front, back, and sides of the rib cage. And then each time we exhale, try to release and let go. Inhales to expand front, back, and sides of the rib cage. And exhales to release and let go. We'll take several more breaths like that. Notice each inhale as we expand. And be mindful of each exhale as we release. Let's take 5 more big breaths. One more big breath, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. If your eyes are closed, you can gently blink open your eyes. And then on your next inhale, we'll expand those arms all the way overhead. Press those palms together at the top, gaze up at your thumbs. Allow your shoulder blades to come back and down. Pause here for a moment, settle in. And then find another inhale. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Let's do that again. Inhale to reach up, palms pressed. Exhaling, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. And then we'll release the hands to the thighs or the hips. We'll do a few rounds of seated cat-cow here. So expand your chest forward, allow your shoulders to roll back, maybe gaze up here. Inhale. And then as we exhale, shoulders roll forward, tucking your belly. Inhale, the chest comes forward, the shoulders back. Exhale to round the shoulders forward and tuck in your belly. Twice more. Inhale, chest comes forward, shoulders back, maybe gaze up. Exhale, grounding the shoulders forward, tucking your belly. And then one more time, inhale, chest comes forward, shoulders back, maybe gaze up. And then we'll exhale, roll the shoulders forward, tuck in that belly. Bringing ourselves back here to a neutral spine. We'll make our way to a tabletop position when you're ready. From your seated position here, I'm going to turn around so you can see me sideways here. When we set ourselves up, you want to make sure your shoulder stacks on top of your wrist. Spread your fingers nice and wide. And then you can have your knees directly under your hips or slightly behind. As we inhale, we'll let the belly drop down, lifting the gaze, lifting the tailbone. And then as we exhale, we'll push the mat away to round the upper back. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhaling to push the mat away. And then one more time, inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhaling to push the mat away. Bringing ourselves back to our neutral spine here. We're going to extend the right leg towards the wall behind us. Flex that right foot, use the strength of your glute to lift that leg. Shoulders stay stacked over wrists. Take a big breath in. And then as we exhale, draw the knee into the chest, push the mat away like that cat pose that we just did. Inhale, expand back, use your glute. Exhale, draw knee to chest, push the mat away. Inhaling to expand back last time here. And then exhale, knee to chest, pause here. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. And then we'll extend that leg long again, placing the knee back down onto the mat for tabletop. Good, and then we'll switch sides. Expanding the left leg towards the wall behind us. Use that glute to lift that leg up. Shoulders stay stacked over wrists. Take a full inhale. Exhaling, knee to chest, push the mat away. Inhale, reach it all the way back. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, reach it back. And exhale, knee to chest, pause here. Take a full round of breath in. And out. And then inhale to reach it back. Exhale, knee back down to the mat, tabletop. Let's do one more cat-cow here. Inhale to drop your belly, lift your gaze, lift your tailbone. Exhaling to push the mat away. Back to our neutral spine here, everybody. We're going to keep our shoulders stacked over the wrists. We're going to set our knees about 5 inches behind our hips now to find a long table. So you're going to want to restack your shoulders here. Take a big breath in. And then we're just going to hover the knees above the mat on our exhale here. So we're still in high plank upper body. We just have lifted the knees a little bit off the floor. Fire up your belly. And then we'll take a big breath in. Exhaling, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Let's pedal out those feet, everybody. Wiggle those hips, perhaps. Taking as many movements here in this first down dog today as you need to. And don't forget that breath. Finding full breaths in and full breaths out. Big inhales. Full exhales. Twice more, everybody. Inhale. One more breath, everybody. Full inhale here. Full exhale. Let's send those hips a little bit higher. Take our little tiny baby steps, feet towards hands, finding a forward fold at the top of our mat here. Place a little bend in your knees just to be nice to those hamstrings. And then we'll bring our hands to our shins, finding a flat back to come up halfway. Inhale. Exhale to fold down. Twice more, just like that. Hands to shins. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold. Once more, hands to shins, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. We're going to root down to rise up. Press through your feet. Torso is going to come all the way up to standing. Straighten those knees when you're ready. Hips come forward when you're ready, and then we reach those arms overhead, palms pressed, gaze up. Inhale. Exhaling, hands to heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Beautiful. Let's flow. Here we go. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to fold forward. Bringing hands to shins. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to plant those hands. Step back to a high plank. Pause right here for alignment. Shoulders over wrists. You want to spread your fingers really, really, really wide. Root down through both palms here. And then we want to fire up that belly. So draw your pubic bone towards your chin. Zip up your core. Take a big inhale. And then from here, we'll take our hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. 2 more breaths, everybody. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale here. And exhale. We'll inhale the right leg towards the ceiling, square off your hips. And then as we exhale, we're going to draw the knee to the chest, shoulders come to a high plank. Let's pause here for a second. Again, spread your fingers wide, push the mat away. We want angry cat pose in that upper back. Good, and then we're going to inhale, reach that leg back again. Exhale, knee to chest. 1 more time, inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to chest, pause right here. Take a big breath in, look forward. And then as we exhale, we're going to quietly place that right foot between those thumbs. Drop your back knee down, coming into a low leg lunge on this side. Beautiful. So right knee is going to stack on top of that right ankle. Right toes point straight forward. Square off those hips as much as you can and settle those shoulder blades down. Big breath in. Full breath out. Nice little hip opener here, everybody. 1 more inhale. As we exhale, frame your front foot, lift your back knee off the ground, and then step back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. And then we'll inhale our left leg towards the ceiling. Exhale, knee to chest, pause here, check it out. Adjust as you need to, shoulders are over wrists, spread your fingers wide here. And then as we inhale, we reach that leg back, down dog split. Exhale, knee to chest. 1 more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to chest. And then we'll look forward and we'll quietly place our left foot between our thumbs, dropping our back knee down here. Coming into low leg lunge on this side. Good. Left knee stacks on top of that left ankle. Square those hips as much as you can. Set your shoulder blades back and down. Arms reach up. Good little hip opener on this side. Big breath in. Full breath out. Take 1 more inhale. As we exhale, we'll frame that front foot. Lift your back knee first, and then step back to downward facing dog. Let's take a breath in. And breath out. Sending those hips a little bit higher. We'll take our baby steps again towards the top of the mat. Forward fold once we arrive. Feel free here to place a bend in those knees or not. That depends on how your hamstrings feel here. And then we'll bring hands to shins 1 time. Inhale, lift up halfway, find your flat back. Exhale to fold down. Coming all the way up to standing. Torso comes up, head comes up, palms pressed together, overhead, gaze up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale to reach up, palms pressed, gaze up. Exhale to fold forward over those thighs. Hands coming to shins, inhale, lift up halfway. As we exhale, plant those hands, take it back to your high plank. Check it out, shoulders over wrists. Zip up your core here. And then this time we're going to shift our shoulders a bit forward and bring ourselves all the way down to our belly. So elbows towards your hips here. Untuck your toes. Let's find a baby cobra just to start here. Keep your feet on the mat. Spread your fingers wide. Take an inhale. And then as we exhale, send those hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Take another inhale. And another exhale. Inhale your right leg towards the ceiling, square those hips. Exhale, knee to chest. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to chest. Once more, inhale, reach it back, down dog split. Exhale, knee to chest, core plank here, gaze forward. Quietly step that right foot between those thumbs. Back knee stays lifted this time. Torso rises up for crescent lunge on this side. Beautiful. So stack your right knee on top of that right ankle. Right toes are pointing forward. Square off your hips as much as you can. Press firmly through the ball of your back foot here. And then again, shoulder blades are down, even though those fingertips reach up. Big breath in. Full breath out. Sink into those thighs. One more breath in. As we exhale, we'll frame the front foot and then gently step back to downward facing dog. Big inhale here. Full exhale. Inhale that left leg towards the ceiling, square hips. Exhale, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, reach it back, down dog split. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time. Inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to chest. Gaze between those thumbs and then quietly step that left foot forward, coming into our crescent lunge on this side. Good. So again, we're going to keep checking in with that alignment, my friends. Left knee stacks on top of that left ankle, left toes point forward, squared and leveled hips, shoulder blades are on the back. Big inhale. Full exhale. One more time, inhale here. Exhale to frame that front foot, carefully stepping back to downward facing dog. Let's take a breath. Inhale. And a breath out. Two more, inhale here. One more time, big breath in. Full breath out. Send those hips a little higher. We'll take those baby steps, or you can take one giant step this time to the top of the mat. Forward fold once you get there. Hands coming to shins. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Inhale to come all the way up to standing. Palms pressed together overhead, gaze up at your thumbs. Exhaling, hands to heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. We're gonna keep those feet hip distance apart here and come into chair pose. So we have to use the strength of our glutes to stack our knees here. You never want your knees to buckle in like this. So you wanna make sure that your knees are under your hips and over those ankles. All 10 toes are pointing forward. I'll turn this way for you. And as we sit into this slightly wider chair, think about those square hips. Think about sinking low. Biceps frame the ears. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Another inhale here. And another exhale. And then we're going to inhale to stand all the way up. Press your palms together. Exhale to fold forward over those thighs. You can grab opposite elbows or grab your big toes here. 3 breaths in this forward fold, getting into those hamstrings a bit. Inhale. And exhale. Twice more, full breath in. And out. One more time, take an inhale. And an exhale. And then unhook those hands. Bring your hands to your shins, come up halfway. Inhale to a flat back. And then we'll exhale to plant those hands. Step back to your high plank here. Check it out. Shoulders over wrists. Zip up your entire core. We're going to take it to the belly again, everybody. So shift your shoulders slightly forward of your wrists. Bend into those elbows to come all the way down. Untuck your toes. Let's find a full cobra here and pause. So you don't want your shoulders up by your ears. You want your shoulder blades on the back. Press firmly through both hands. Keep your feet down in this pose. You can even squeeze your butt. Get a little glute action there. Take a full inhale. And then exhale, hips to sky. Downward facing dog. Big breath here. Full breath out. We're going to inhale our right leg towards the ceiling. This time we're going to bend the knee and open the hip. Pause here. So your pelvis is open to the right side. Right butt cheek stacks on top of left. And then try to square your shoulders off as much as you can, which is the hardest part. Take a breath in. And a breath out. This time as we inhale, we'll extend that leg behind us, square off those hips. And then as we exhale, knee to chest, pause here. Push the mat away, dome the upper back. As we inhale, we're gonna reach back, down dog split. Exhale, knee to chest. One more time, inhale, reach back. Exhale, knee to chest. And then we'll quietly step that foot forward, finding our crescent lunge on this side again. We've been here before. Beautiful, good. Again, shoulder blades down, square hips. Take a big inhale. Full exhale. As we inhale this time, we're going to interlace the hands behind the lower back. Pressing your thumbs into your sacrum here. Allow your shoulders to roll back, chest comes up. Inhale, stay strong in those legs. And then we'll exhale the chest over that front thigh. You can keep your hands attached to your lower back here if you'd like to, or you can extend your arms away. That is up to you. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Another inhale. Torso is going to stay. As we exhale, frame that front foot, and then carefully step back to downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale our left leg towards the ceiling, and then we'll bend that left knee, open up that hip, stacking left butt cheek on top of right here. Square your shoulders. Take an inhale, and an exhale. And then this inhale, we'll square off the hips, extend that leg behind us. Exhale, knee to chest, core plank here, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, reach back, down dog split. Exhale, core plank, shoulders over wrists. One more time, inhale, reach back. Exhale, core plank. And then when you're ready, quietly step that left foot through to find our crescent lunge on this side. See how everything feels. Make adjustments as you need to. Settle into those legs. Keeping those hips nice and square. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're going to interlace those hands behind the lower back again. Take a breath in as we roll the shoulders back, the chest comes up. As we exhale, chest comes over that front thigh. Again, hands can stay on your lower back if you'd like to, or you can start to pull those hands away to open up your shoulders. Big breath in. Full breath out. One more inhale here. And then as we exhale, frame your front foot, plant those hands firmly, step back, downward facing dog. Big breath in here. Full breath out. We'll inhale those hips a little bit higher. Walk, step, or jump this time, feet towards your hands. And then bring your big toes all the way together. Hands come to shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Chair pose, Utkatasana, hips come back and down. This time we've got our thighs together, my friends. Feet together, thighs together. Biceps frame the ears. Hips are square and as low as you can sit them. Find a full inhale here. And a full exhale. We're going to stay for one more round of breath. Fire up those thighs. Inhale. And exhale. And then inhale, get nice and tall. Press your palms together, gaze up. And then we'll exhale forward over those thighs. Separate your feet about 2 fist widths apart, so hip distance. And then again, you can grab opposite elbows, grab your big toes, or this time you can work your hands underneath your feet for gorilla pose, Padahastasana. Let your head hang heavy. 3 breaths for this forward fold. And then we'll unhook those hands wherever you have them. Bring those hands to shins, lift up halfway, inhale it. And then as we exhale, plant your hands firmly, step back to high plank. Good, shoulders over wrists, everybody spread your fingers wide, zip up your core. And then everybody's gonna chaturanga here. So we're gonna shift shoulders forward a bit of those wrists, come down halfway, roll over those toes, press your chest through your shoulders, coming up into upward facing dog. The only difference here is that our thighs are off the ground. It's the only difference from cobra. Shoulder blades are on the back. Take an inhale. And then as we exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Find another inhale, everybody. Another exhale. Take one more breath in. And a breath out. Inhaling our right leg towards the ceiling. As we exhale, this time right knee to right elbow. Extended back, down dog split, inhale. Exhaling right knee to right elbow. One more time, inhale, reach back. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Pause here. This time we're gonna plant our right foot to the outside of that right hand, coming into a lizard lunge, just as a transition here. Right knee stacks on top of right ankle, right toes point forward. Stay firmly pressed on those hands here. Square hips. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Take another inhale here. And then as we exhale, we're gonna step our left foot to the outside of the left hand, coming into a wider forward fold here. So feet are to the width of the mat. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Try to stack your hip, knee, and ankle all in a line. Good, and then you can play with those hands a little bit if you'd like to. You can bring hands to hips. You can have hands flat on the ground. You can put your hands on your ankles, or you can reach your hands behind you. Let's take 3 breaths. And then wherever those hands are, we're gonna place them back under our face here. We're gonna heel toe those feet all the way in. So press your big toes all the way together. Calves together, thighs together. Bring your hands to your shins, come up halfway, inhale. Exhale to fold down. And then chair pose right into it, sitting that butt back and down. Biceps frame the ears. One big breath here, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, press your palms together, gaze up, maybe a little back bend. And then as we exhale, this time folding all the way down. Hands come to shins, lift up halfway, inhale it. And then as we exhale, plant your hands, step back to your high plank. So we've tried all the different versions of this, everybody. Your choice here. You can shift forward and drop to the belly with baby cobra. You can shift forward, drop to the belly for full cobra. Or you can shift forward, coming into Chaturanga Dandasana and upward facing dog. Find your breath. We will meet in downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale your left leg towards the ceiling here. Exhaling left knee to left elbow, shoulders in a high plank. Inhale, down dog split, reach it back. Exhaling left knee to left elbow. One more time, inhale, come back. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. And then quietly step that left foot to the outside of that left hand, coming into our lizard lunge prep here. Left knee stacks on top of that left ankle. Firmly plant those hands down. Square those hips as much as we can. Take a breath in. And a breath out. One more inhale here. And then as we exhale, we'll step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. This time, we're gonna point our toes out and bring our heels in for Yogi Squat Malasana. Good, so I'm gonna turn this way just to give you guys another visual. You wanna do everything you can to get your heels down. So if you have to take your feet out wider, that's okay. Whatever direction your toes go, your knees also go. And then if you're having trouble getting your chest up, press through your feet and maybe lift your hips up a little bit off the floor here. That's gonna help elongate that spine. You can have hands on your thighs, whatever you wanna do, palms can press together. Use the strength of your butt to keep those knees out nice and wide. Then we'll take 3 breaths here. Inhales. And exhales. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And then we're gonna plant those hands down, send your hips up towards the sky. Check it out, wiggle it out, do whatever you need to do there. I'm gonna make my way back to the top side of my mat here. And then when you're ready, heel toe those feet all the way in together. Big toes touch, calves touch, inner thighs touch. Hands come to shins, inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Chair pose, Utkatasana, hips come back and down, biceps frame the ears. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, get nice and tall, stand all the way up, palms press. Exhale to fold forward over those thighs. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Exhale, plant those hands, step back to your high plank. Yogi's choice, my friends. You can drop to the belly or do a Chaturanga Dandasana. Cobra or upward facing dog inhales. And exhales, hips to sky, downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here, my friends. You can find child's pose if you'd like to. One more big breath here. If you're in child's pose, come on back to downward facing dog. And then from down dog, everybody comes to a high plank. So shift forward, shoulders over wrists. And then we're gonna rotate those heels to the right. Press down firmly through that right hand. Bring your left hand to your left hip first. We wanna set up the body. You can keep your feet staggered. You can bring your left foot in front to give yourself more support if you'd like to, or you can stack your feet. We're just gonna do 1 set on each side of this today. So find your edge here. Press firmly through the mat and engage the lower ab set here. And then when you're ready, that top arm can come up. Other options from here, top arm can hover. You can also bring your top leg up. 3 breaths. One more breath. And then when you're ready, make your way back to a high plank here. Pause, take a breath in. And a breath out. And then we'll take it to the other side. So pivot your heels to the left, feet are staggered to start. Root down firmly through that left hand here. Bring your right hand to your right hip, and then decide how your feet are gonna go. You can plant your right foot, you can keep your feet staggered, you can stack your feet. And then that left arm can come up or hover. 3 breaths. One more breath. And then everybody come on back to high plank. Take an inhale. And then we'll exhale, hips to sky, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. When you're ready, inhale your right leg towards the ceiling, square hips. Exhale, knee to chest. So we're gonna do one more set of this core plank, everybody. So we're gonna stay in our high plank here. We start with our knee to our chest, and then we're gonna take our right knee to our right elbow. Bring that right knee back to center, and then take our right knee to our left elbow, and then back to center. One more time, right knee to right elbow, center, right knee to left elbow, center, and then step that foot forward to find our crescent lunge on this side.
Woo, fired up. Yes, everybody, inhale. This time we'll exhale, opening up to warrior two. Beautiful. Right knee stacks on top of that right ankle. Those right toes point forward. Arms are straight and strong. Shoulders over hips. Take a breath in and a breath out. Stay super strong in that right leg, everybody. Right forearm to right thigh, left fingers to the sky. So press forearm into thigh, thigh into forearm. Shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Press firmly through this back leg as well. Staying here, inhale. And exhale. Option to keep your left arm where it is or tuck your left hand behind your lower back. Let's find another breath. And then we'll inhale that left arm by the ceiling again. As we exhale, we'll come back up to warrior two. And then we're gonna straighten our right knee here, pointing all 10 toes to the left side of the mat. Coming into our wide-legged forward fold on this side. I always have to adjust myself a bit here. So bring your toes in, heels out. For this first round, we're gonna start with hands on hips. As we inhale, chest comes forward, shoulders back, maybe gaze up. As we exhale, come halfway down. So check out your alignment first. You want hip, knee, and ankle all stacked. And then when that feels good, you can bring hands down. You can bring forearms down. You can grab your ankles. Three breaths, everybody. Inhales. Two more breaths. One more breath. Inhale here. And exhale. And then we'll bring those hands under that face again. Come up halfway, find your flat back. And then as we exhale, we're gonna frame that right foot. So pivot to your right, frame that right foot and step back to downward facing dog. Three breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Two more breaths. One more, inhale here. And exhale. Good, inhale that left leg towards the ceiling, square hips. Exhale, knee to chest. So we got our last round of this crazy core plank stuff happening here. So our left knee is in the center. We're gonna take left knee to left elbow, and then back to center. Left knee to right elbow, and center one more time. Left knee to left elbow, and center. Left knee to right elbow, and center, and then quietly step that left foot forward here, finding our crescent lunge on this side. Yes, everybody, inhale. Exhale to open up to warrior two on this side. Stay nice and strong in this left thigh. Left knee stacks on top of that left ankle. Arms are straight and strong. Take an inhale. And an exhale. And then we'll bring left forearm to left thigh here. Right fingers to the sky, side angle pose. Stay strong in those legs. Pressing forearm into thigh, thigh into forearm. Inhales. And exhales. And then you can keep that right hand there if you want, or you can tuck your right hand behind your lower back. Find a big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale here. And exhale. And then we'll inhale that right arm up. As we exhale, this time we're coming back to our warrior two. And then we'll straighten that left knee, pointing our toes towards the right side of our mat for our second set of wide-legged forward fold. So I'm just gonna turn this way. I'll turn around again.
heels in slightly, toes in slightly, heels out slightly. Just as we did before, we're gonna roll those shoulders back, chest up, but we're gonna interlace the hands behind the lower back this time. Good, we did this earlier, right? So take a breath in, gaze up. Exhale, come down halfway. And then you have a choice, my friends. You can stay here. You can go deeper into your forward fold, let your torso come down more. And then you can also take your hands away from your lower back to get your shoulder opener here. If the interlaced hands are uncomfortable, please feel free to release. You can place your hands on the ground. Take 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then unhook those hands, everybody's hands underneath the face. Come up halfway, inhale. And then as we exhale, you're gonna frame your left foot here, plant those hands firmly, step back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale those hips a little bit higher. And then we can take our baby steps, one big step or jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold once you get there. Hands come to shins, inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold down. Inhaling to come all the way up to standing. Palms pressed together, overhead gaze up at your thumbs. And then exhale, hands to heart center, mountain pose, Tadasana. So we're gonna practice crow pose today, Bakasana. So if you know and love crow pose, feel free to go right into it. If you need a little guidance here, I can go into it first and then you can follow after that. Okay, so one of my favorite ways to get into it is just like chair pose, is to bring our feet all the way together. And then as we come down, arms are gonna make a chaturanga. So your hands are flat on the ground. You'll start to come up onto your tippy toes, so lift your heels up off the ground, and then you'll separate your knees to make contact with your triceps here. Just like a chaturanga, we're gonna shift forward of those wrists, bending the elbows, and then you can stay there, or you can start to bring those feet up off the ground. Trying to bring heels in towards your butt here. And then depending on how you feel today, you can stay, or you can kick back into high plank chaturanga. Hayden wants to do that. I see you, girl. Go get it. All right, so I'm gonna watch these crows here. Let's get it. If you are not interested in crow pose, you are welcome to do a butterfly stretch. Bottoms of the feet together, knees out to the side. If you got one crow and want to try it again, you can try it again. We got a couple minutes of playtime here, my friends, so take your time. Nice job, Paige, well done. Nice, Anna. That was good. We're working on the jump backs. I like it. We're going to take 5 more breaths here, everybody. 5 more breaths. I see you, Lexi. Go get it. No pressure. Yes. Nice work, everybody. Yes, Paige. Great job. Yeah, Claire. Gotta love yogi playtime. 2 more big breaths, everybody, wherever you are. Final breath here. And then everybody make your way to child's pose from wherever you are. So bring your big toes together. Take your knees out to the width of the mat. Reach those arms long towards the top edge of the mat here. Feel free to give your wrists a little bit of a roll, forward and backward, side to side, one direction, the other direction. There's a lot of wrist work today, so. And we'll take 5 big breaths here.
And then from child's pose, we'll make our way up to a tabletop. And then we're going to bring ourselves up here to sit a bit on our knees. So you have a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. You can have your toes untucked like mine are right now, or tuck your toes under. That's up to you. We're going to come into a version of camel pose here. So there's a lot of ways to take this. This is a big chest opener. So we're going to start with our hands on our hips, allow shoulders to roll back, chest comes up. If you want to take a look before you go anywhere, you can. I'm going to shift my hands to my lower back so that my fingers point down towards the floor, allowing my hips to come forward a little bit more as my chest comes up, starting to gaze up towards the ceiling. And then as an option here, depending on how you feel, you can bring one hand down to a heel and then switch. You can take other hand down to heel and switch. If you want to go for both, you can. That is a huge chest opener, so that's not accessible for everyone, and that's okay. Shoulder blades are on the back, chest is up. 2 breaths here. If you don't like it, you can find child's pose. 1 more breath. And then as we carefully come back up, everybody's going to sit back on those heels. Keep your toes tucked under if they're already there. Allow your forehead to come down and your arms are the outside of your shins here. Big breath in, everybody. Full breath out. And then we'll bring the torso back up. We're going to swing those legs around out front, have a seat here. Toes up towards the sky. Inner thighs together, calves together. And then inhale, reach up. We'll do 1 forward fold. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. 3 breaths here. One more breath. And then we'll carefully bring that torso all the way up. And then we'll carefully come all the way onto our backs, everybody. Once you arrive on your mat here, you can hug your knees into your chest, forearms around your shins. Give yourself a great big hug. You can rock side to side gently here if you'd like to. And then we're going to reach in between those thighs, grabbing the toes or the arches, rocking side to side for happy baby. Big breath in. Full breath out. Then draw those knees in together again. Arms take up as much space as you'd like. We'll take a gentle twist here. So take a breath in. As we exhale, we'll let those knees fall to the right. Trying to keep shoulder blades down. Big breath in here. Full breath out. Take another inhale. And an exhale. And then inhale your knees back to center here, thighs together. Exhale, knees fall to the left. Gentle twist on this side. Shoulder blades down. Inhale. And exhale. Let's inhale those knees back to center. Forearms around shins here. And then you can feel free to take any other postures you would like to take. You can bring your legs up. You can place your feet on the floor and come into lying butterfly stretch. You can take a bridge if you'd like to. Yogi's choice here, everybody. And then feel free to take as much time here as you'd like to. If you are ready for full Shavasana, I invite you to extend those legs long. Feet coming to the width of your mat here. Arms can take up as much space as you would like to. And then once you have arrived in your final resting posture for today's practice, take a big breath all the way in. A full breath out to sink into the support of the earth beneath you, enjoying full Shavasana. Let's take a full breath all the way in and a full exhale all the way out. Gently beginning to wiggle fingers and toes. Rolling the wrists and the ankles. Gently rocking your head side to side.
Whenever you feel ready, we can extend those arms all the way overhead, getting as long as we can from our fingertips to our toes. And then we'll take a big inhale here, nice big full body stretch. As we exhale, draw knees into chest, strapping forearms around your shins, giving yourself a great big hug. Whenever you feel ready, you can make your way over to your favorite side in a fetal position. And we'll take a moment, as we always do in this posture, to call to mind who in our lives we are grateful for. With a heart full of gratitude, use both hands to bring you up to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like and feels like for you. Drawing hands together at heart center, eyes open or closed, your choice here. And then we'll finish out our time together today with one more full round of breath. Let's inhale and exhale. The light inside of me loves and honors the light inside each of you. Namaste. Yay, everyone. Thank you so very much. Great job. Yay. Thank you. I'll see you Friday, Gil. Yes. We lost a couple people along the way. I hope that wasn't too hard.
Thank you so much, Courtney.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you,
Thank
Courtney.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Courtney.
Good job, everybody. I'll see you guys soon.
Thank you.
Courtney.